Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing another video and I'm going to be skipping all around in scripture to a bunch of different verses, but I want to specifically focus on the importance of our tongues, the importance of our mouths as Christians. And I think it's something that we forget about, we try to forsake and, sweep under the mat. And we don't want to think about how our words affect people. And I think that one of the reasons why this happens is because we do, as humans, so much. We speak to one another, we communicate with one another. But a lot of times, because we do communicate so much, I think that we forget that our words and what we say, what we do, they have effect on other people. We think that our words just affect us, what we say just affects us. We forget that it affects other people as well. And another reason why I believe that this happens, while we forget how much effect they have on other people, is because we get in the mindset that actions speak louder than words. I've heard that my entire life. I've heard the phrase, "You're acting so much that I can't even hear what you're saying. Your actions speak louder than your words." I've heard that my entire life. But one thing that I realize as a Christian, after reading Scripture and studying in Scripture, is that our words speak too if they have accountability and if they have the authority that comes from God. So we have to realize that, yes, our actions have effect on people, but our words are so powerful. And there's so much proof in the Bible and Scripture that our words do have power. Our words do have effect on other people. It can be a good effect or it can be a bad effect. And so I want to go ahead and study into that. So Proverbs 14:25, it says, "A true witness delivereth souls, but a deceitful witness speaketh lies." Now, what this is saying is we can literally save souls and lead them to Christ by being truthful. That is what this is saying here. It's saying that a true witness can deliver souls. Someone who is truthful, someone who is honest with people. It delivers souls. You can lead them to Christ just by being honest with them. But if you're deceitful, if you tell lies, if you're dishonest with people, you will speak lies. It won't work with people. You won't be able to lead people to Christ. And if we're not leading people to Christ as Christians, then we're not truly fulfilling God's purpose for our lives. That's what we're called to do. We're called to serve Him, to know Him, and to help others know Him. And another proof of this in the Bible is Matthew 7:16 through 17. And these verses say, "Ye shall know them by their fruits." That's what verse 16 says. It's talking about people who are spreading the gospel. "Ye shall know them by their fruits. Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit." And what it's talking about here is that there are people in this world who aren't spreading truth, who are spreading lies about who Jesus is. But there are also people who are spreading truth about who Jesus is. And it's telling you in Matthew 7:16 and 17 that it's warning you that there will be people who are out there who will try to be deceitful, who will tell you lies. But you'll know them by their fruits. You will know if they are a true Christian, if they are a true disciple of Jesus, by their fruit that they bring forth. And what it's saying here, this fruit is their actions. It tells us that we will know the followers of Christ by their fruits. Fruits bring our actions, our words. That's what fruits are. They're our actions and the things that we do and the things that we say. And Scripture here is telling us that we can tell who's truly telling us the truth by their fruits, by how they act, by whether they're usually truthful with us, whether they're usually dishonest with us, how they live their life in front of us, and how they live their lives in front of other people. Another verse that I want to talk about, and this is the one that I want to mainly focus on, it's James chapter 3:2, and it says, "For in many things we offend all. If any man offend not in word, the same is a perfect man, and able also to bridle the whole body." Now this is so important to me, because what this is saying here is that if you can control your tongue, as small as your tongue is, as small of an organ as it is, if you can control your tongue, then you can control your entire body. If you can use your words in the proper way, if you can make sure that you only speak life, you only speak encouragement, you only speak praises of God, then you can control your entire body. You have control over yourself. It models the perfect example of self-control when we can use our words in an impactful way, in a powerful way. If you continue into James chapter 3 after verse 2, verse 3 says, "Behold, we put bits in the horses' mouths that they may obey us, and we turn about their whole body." Now here it's comparing our mouths to the mouths of horses, because horses, we control them by putting these bits in their mouth. And by putting those in their mouth, we're able to use the reins to control their whole body. And it's the same way with us as humans. It's the same way, it applies the same way. If we can control our mouths, if we can control what we say, then we can control everything around us in our body. It shows self-control that we have for ourselves. Now, if we want to accurately represent Christ as his followers, we have to be truthful, and we have to realize that you can't be dishonest with people and properly show them Christ. You know, to be a Christian, we're called to be Christ-like. That's what Christian means. It means Christ-like. And if we want to show people what Jesus Christ was like, then we have to be truthful. We have to be faithful followers in spreading his word and spreading it accurately to where people understand that God is not someone who can lie to them. God will be honest with them. He will be faithful with them. We should actually strive to be the model of Psalms 19 and 14. And what this verse says is, it says, "Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, my strength and my Redeemer." So what Psalm 19 is saying is, God, let my words, let my meditation, the things that I think on in my heart, let what comes out of my mouth, only let it be acceptable to you, God, because you're my strength, you're my Redeemer. You are the one who I'm striving to please. And that's the way it should be for us. We should be speaking truth. We should be witnessing truth to people. We shouldn't be telling them lies. We shouldn't be telling them things are okay that aren't okay. We shouldn't be telling them that something happened that didn't happen. We're supposed to be spreading truth. We're supposed to be spreading encouragement. And that's what I've been working on myself lately, is making sure that I have this control over my mouth, that I make sure that what comes out of my mouth is encouragement. What comes out of my mouth is speaking life instead of death. Now, yes, I fail sometimes. We all do as humans. But as long as we're working towards that, that's what God expects of us. You know, like I said, in James chapter 3, it says that if you're able to control your tongue, you can control your whole body. And if we want to have self-control, if we want to truly have control over ourselves, then we have to make sure that we're controlling our tongues and speaking truth to people. And that's just what I wanted to share on today, what I felt led to share on today, and what I've been studying into. And I hope that it has effect on people. Thank you for watching my video if you did. And yeah, so bye guys.